this put it over here so it's on me. All right.
Do you own a local business here?
Well, I had DBAs on file that may still be on file. I mean, may still be good.
Okay.
They may have hit their 10-year mark. This here all relates to my court case. Back in 2016, from the raids on my businesses and my home in December 2015.
Your house got raided?
My house and my business.
Okay.
All right. I operated the 131 Provisioning Center in Leedsville.
Okay, right up there on the hill? Right before you get to Wood Road?
That sounds, well.
So if I'm heading north, that was the one on the right-hand side, right before Wood Road, correct? Matt's Underground?
I'm not sure if it's before or after Wood Road, but yeah, down this way, okay. Leedsville.
They used to be like a tobacco shop as well,
sir? Yeah. Yeah, it was a head shop before I went in there. All right, so there was a search warrant issued.
Okay.
All right, and you can take a look at that. That search warrant says that they're supposed to take everything. I mean, every bit of packaging, every baggie, every box, every container, every dropper bottle, you name it, they're supposed to take it.
Do you still own that business, sir? Or that dwelling?
I still own the property on Cool Road.
Okay.
And I reside there. I was renting over at Leedsville.
I got you.
So you can tell by reading through that.
Do you have the return tab as well?
Did
you get a copy of
what they took?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got pretty good file here.
And this happened in 2015?
Yes.
Did you get charged with anything?
Oh boy, did I get charged.
Okay,
This is what I'm here to talk about, because there's an incredible amount of information to go through. However, as it pertains to the village police and law enforcement and who's above the law and who isn't above the law, that's a small part of the story, okay? So, where do I want to start with you? I am the world's leading authority on optimal oral health with cannabis. In 2015, I was telling my story about how I was having such great success with my formulations, my cannabis formulations for oral health, because I was in really, really bad shape. So one of the farmers who was supplying my shop, a man that I only knew because he walked into my door and wanted to supply flour.
Okay.
He was hearing my talk, and he says, I talked with my dentist and we've agreed to put your claims to the test. So I gave him two bottles of formulation for mouth rinse. And so he went to the dentist, a dentist that I did not know. He had cleaned his teeth and then chewed a plaque disclosing dye capsule. That's what all that red you're seeing.
If you don't mind, I gotta go do something real quick. If you want to speak to him real quick. I'll just be right back, okay, Ethan?
Okay.
So he is here to speak with file complaint against the sheriff's department for a search warrant that was conducted by the team.
Explain to me what you're looking for here. Because he's
All right, we'll start back at the beginning.
no, just give me the 30-second version of why you're here. 30-second version of why you're here and what your goal is.
I'm a target of government attacks. It started here in Kalkaska by a court order that was ignored. The court order for the raid on,
So did you go to the court?
I've been through court.
Okay. Well, we don't have any authority over the court. The court has authority over us.
Who's above the law?
Nobody.
Okay,
But we don't have authority over the court.
that's fine.
Okay. So
That's fine, but there are men, male and female, that operate in that court system. There's men and women that operate in the sheriff's department. There's men and women.
we're getting onto the basics of life. I understand there's men and women that do every job.
Okay, good. All right, so the court gave an order.
Okay.
And the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department and the Michigan State Police, as TNT, were given the orders to conduct this search.
So it wasn't an order, it was a permission. There's a difference. They weren't telling them to do it, they were telling them they could do it. A search warrant gives them permission to conduct a search.
All right. And there's instructions. There's instructions here. There's 3 pages of instructions that come with that permission.
I wouldn't call them instructions at all, but
You wouldn't call those instructions.
correct.
The premises to be searched located at 583 blah, 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 more specifically, blah, blah, blah. Additionally, the structure, property to be searched. All these things that are to be confiscated all right.
So what is the question that we're here to figure out today? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The Traverse Narcotics Team, combined with the Michigan State Police and the Kalkaska County Sheriffs, conspired to ignore this. Okay?
Did they come to your house?
They came to my house.
Did they
came
search
to my
your house?
Yes, they did.
They didn't ignore anything because that gave them permission to do that.
They're supposed, okay, they took certain things.
Okay.
There were a lot of things they were supposed to take.
Were you arrested?
I was.
So why are you not talking to your defense attorney? You probably shouldn't even be having this conversation right now. It's probably not in your
Wrong.
best interest.
No, I believe it is in my best interest, okay?
You understand your Miranda rights, correct? Because anything you say here can be used in that.
I'm recording. We're YouTube live. I understand this.
I just want to make sure you understand what you're doing could be jeopardizing your case. I'm just giving you that because I have to tell you that just to be fair to you. You're talking about your case and you're under a criminal charge. That information could be used. I'm just making sure you're clear of that.
I understand.
Okay.
Somebody had to sign off on this.
Judge or magistrate.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. There's procedures to follow.
And you don't know what that procedure is.
I can tell you that I was operating a marijuana provisioning center with the permission of the Kalkaska County prosecutor, Mike Perot.
That's very suspicious right off the bat. I hate to tell you that.
Well, 2015, we were well into medical marijuana, and there was some ambiguity, some disagreement as to whether dispensaries were allowed in what was written. Okay?
Again, nothing that I have control over.
Okay, I'm not saying you had control over that. I'm just trying to explain to you the situation so that you can understand why I'm here to talk with you. Okay?
I don't know what you think we can do for you, though. I don't.
When you have
authority over the
corruption
court.
happening in your jurisdiction,
You live in the village?
I don't live in the village.
Then it's not jurisdiction.
It happened in the village.
You just said it wasn't.
Is the sheriff's department in the village?
What happened?
Is the sheriff's department in the village? Is the court in the
Back up
village?
yourself. It's time to go. We're done. You're just here to argue. And
No,
you don't
I'm
wanna
not.
just
No, I'm
pack
not.
up your stuff. It's time to go.
I'm not here to
Pack
argue.
up your stuff. It's time to go. I'm telling you nicely. Pack up your stuff. It's time to go. You can keep staring at me, but that's not helping you any.
I'm not staring at you.
You look at me every chance you get. I've done this for 23 years, sir.
Okay.
I understand body language very well.
All right. I want to know why you're not allowing me to say what I need
We
to
have
say.
no authority over what your complaint is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We have no authority over this at all. It's not in our authority in any way. So it's
When
not
you
gonna help
have when
anything.
you have corruption happening in your
It's not
jurisdiction,
happening in our jurisdiction. Your
Sure.
house is not in our jurisdiction. Crime
the
occurred in your
village,
house. If you
the
claim
sheriff's
it's fine.
department, and the courthouse is not your jurisdiction.
The crime that you're claiming occurred at, it was at your house, which is not in the
And if not your house, your business, which is outside the village.
No, there's, if you allow me to talk more,
What's your
it
thing?
happened in the court. It happened at the sheriff, okay?
Great.
I went and met with the, I've got over 190 videos on this now,
Okay,
okay? I
that's
have,
gotten you nowhere. So why do you think all of a sudden it's gonna change? You're in the wrong place. I do not have any authority whatsoever over the judge of this county. None. You're not catching on to what I'm saying. I don't.
Kalkaska, you have no jurisdiction to deal with it. If the prosecutor is committing crimes, if the police are committing crimes in the village of Kalkaska, you have no jurisdiction to deal with that.
Have a good day.
All right. So that's it. Village of Kalkaska. All right, folks. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here?